Welcome to IS 151. My name is Yvonne Pettis and I am the instructor for this course. In order to access this course, you need to go to the Ruidoso E&MU website. So I'm just going to do that. So you can see up here in my browser, I'm going to put www.ruidoso.enmu.edu. Click enter, and then we'll go ahead and here's the Blackboard link. Now you cannot access, if you're on the main campus, if you're on the Portales campus, you need to be on the Ruidoso website. They are different Blackboard versions. So we're going to go ahead and click on here, and you'll notice if I just try to click on the words, it doesn't work. I've got to click on the icon. And when you do that, you're going to get the list of classes that you're enrolled in at E&MU. So I'm going to log in, and it's usually your last name, first initial, and I'm going to go in it like I'm a student, and your password is typically your user ID from the college that they give you to enroll. Alright, now once you do that, you actually see a list of your courses. So I'm teaching one class, and so here is the course. You should be in 201320 IS 151. If you don't see it like this, then you need to go see somebody on the campus to try to get you access to this course. Alright, so this is the main page of the course. It says home page. You'll notice that you're in basic computer skills, and there is a side menu here. We have the home page, the syllabus, the weekly information, and you'll notice it's weekly information and homework, discussions, email. You can look at your grades from here. You have Blackboard help, and then this link will get you the Ruidoso homepage. So the first thing we're going to do is look at the syllabus. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the syllabus. And when you open up this course, you should read this document first. It gives you a whole bunch of hints about using Blackboard and just some procedures in an online course. But I'm going to let you read that on your own, but I encourage you to go ahead and open it up and read it. So here is the link to the syllabus. So I'm going to click on that and open it up. And I would strongly encourage you to print the syllabus. The syllabus is the guideline for the class. So I'm going to go ahead and make that just a little bit bigger. You'll notice that the class is online, and I have office, here's my email, and I have office hours. This is an online class, so, and I don't live in Ruidoso, so the only way we can meet is over the phone, or we can also meet from Skype. Alright. But I have a full-time job other than teaching, so I'm not available during the day. But if you absolutely need to meet with me during the day, if you'll send me an email or call me, I can make arrangements and put you on my calendar, and we can set a time to talk during the day. But my preference is to talk at night, so you can call me anytime after 7, preferably not past 10. Once again, I'm pretty flexible. I quite often stay up late and do work. So if you're one of those late night people like I am, I can make arrangements once again if you need to meet after 10 p.m. Alright, this is your book, and you have to buy the book. The whole class is based on the book. So make sure you get the right book with the ISBN numbers. And then there's also you also have to, if you buy a brand new book, in the front cover of your book is a access code, and that access code you need to use on this website. And what they've done, I'm going to go ahead and click on that, but there's a link here, and you'll see it's an active link, and you can go to that website. Alright, and here's our book. It's the very first one that comes up, so we're going to click on that. And then all of your student data files are here on the publisher's website. You have to have that code to get to the videos, and the videos show you a demonstration of every lesson and every homework assignment that I assign to you to turn in. So, but the student data files are free. That access code gets you to the videos that will show you how to do the homework. So if I click on this, it's going to make me log in. Okay, when you first go to this website, you do have to go ahead and register with your code, with that access code that's in the front cover of your book. If you don't have an access code, you can purchase one for $50, and I'm going to show you a different option in just a second. So I'm going to log into this. and I've been in here before, and then put in my password. Okay, I did that again and put in my password correctly this time. And when you do that, it brings you to some videos. And so, for example, here's the first week of the classes right here, which is learning the Office features. And so that's the first few pages of your book. And then we start going into Word. Word has 3 chapters, Excel has 3 chapters, Access has 3 chapters, and PowerPoint. Now, we will not be doing Access in this class, but we will be doing all of these other programs. So this is, you can go into here, click on it, and you'll see a video of that first lesson. And that's how those students that learn better by watching will be able to see how those lessons are performed. You can also pause those videos and have the program opened up on your book along with the chapter directions, along with the lesson directions, and then sometimes it helps to pause the video, go to your computer and try it on your own. And then you can restart the video, however it works for you. You can either watch it all the way through, or you can pause and start, read in the book, and see if you can figure out how to do it. So that's what that is. I'm going to go ahead and close that. Now I've put in all of the student data files for the lessons, but let's say you come to a lesson and you don't have, there seems to be one missing that maybe I forgot to put in a student data file that the book calls for. You can always go to the website and you can get it right here. Then there's a tab for chapters, and it just gives you information on each of the chapters. Alright, I'm going to close that up and close that. So that's the website. I'm going to open up that syllabus again. Alright, so that's the book, that's the website. Now if you don't happen to have one of those codes, this is the old version, and these lessons in the new book are very similar to the old version. As a matter of fact, 2010 is very similar to the 2013 version. So if you don't want to pay the $50, or if you have an access code, it's free, but if you don't have an access code, you have to pay $50, and this is an alternative. If you go to this website, there's student videos for the old book, and they don't charge you for it. And essentially, the lessons are the same, almost the same as the lessons that are in the 2013 version. So you can really learn how to do the lessons, but if you need to watch the video, here's an alternative for you. Okay, back to the syllabus. Read over the objectives of the class. The grading policy is right here, and so you can see that the course is made up of 1,000 points. We're going to have 20 assignments, and there may be a few more than that, and I will choose 20 of them that will count towards your grade. So you might actually have like 25 assignments, and you're expected to do all of them, but only 20 of them will count as assignments, and you won't know what those are. Discussions are 10 discussions, and you need to use the discussion board every week, and I'll go over that in a minute. You have 2 papers, and there will be 1-page papers. They're not that hard, but you have to follow a certain writing style. Case projects, there's 3 cases. It's essentially your test after each unit. And then there is a group project that's worth 200 points and a final exam. Pretty standard grading scale. I talk about the discussions here. And assignments. You have to complete all of the Word. I give you weekly assignments, and they're due at the end of, and they're due on Saturday of each week. But I know that we're busy, and that's why we're taking online courses, so I do give you some flexibility there. However, if you wait until February 22nd to try to complete all the Word assignments, you will fail. You will not be able to do it. Even if you stayed up all night and tried to complete all those Word assignments, you probably would not be able to do it. So this class starts off really slow, and you're going to think it's a piece of cake, but it's not. It gets very, very busy. Excel always challenges students unless you're somebody that's already used Excel. It is always challenging. So these are target dates after February 22nd. I won't accept any Word assignments. After March 29th, all of your Excel assignments are due, and PowerPoint is all due by the end of April 26th. So once again, some flexibility there, but don't let it catch up with you because it will be difficult. I strongly encourage you to do your assignments every week. Once again, the first 2 weeks of the class start off relatively slow, and the assignments are very useful assignments that you'll be able to use throughout college and also as you move into your career. All right, this is the course outline for the class. This is why I told you that you should print this syllabus. This guides you through the course each week. It shows you what is due, the homework that you have to do, and the pages that the homework is on, and the time that it's due. So the first week is the only exception. The first week I'm giving you 2 weeks to get that first week of assignments due. And that's to allow students to find the course, get in there, get used to using Blackboard. Many students have used Blackboard, but there will be a few that haven't. So this is to accommodate them. So that you have, for week 1 and week 2, you have 2 weeks to turn in those two assignments, but it's actually 1, 2, 3, 4 assignments, a project 1A, project 1B. And each of those weeks you also have to do a discussion board, and then you'll notice that there's a new assignment every week. And the assignments, like I said, are due at the end of the week on Saturday. You have pretty much an end of unit case project. They're worth 100 points. It's kind of like a test. Well, it is kind of a test. It's worth 100 points, but you can use any resources you want to get the assignment done, except copy somebody else's work. The case project, I give you 2 weeks to complete that. But once again, this is actually turns out to be quite a bit of work. So keep up with it every week. If you do these assignments here and you understand them, you'll be able to finish the end of the unit project within about 2 hours. If you struggled with any of the homework and you didn't learn the material, it might take you 10 hours, and I'm serious, it could take you that long to figure it out. So try to retain what you learn as you work through these assignments, and immediately, what I encourage you to do is to immediately move on to the case project and knock that out. I'll also assign a group project, and it will be a PowerPoint group project unless I change my mind. I reserve the right to change assignments in this class, but if I do that, I'll give you plenty of time. So I'll give you instructions for the group project starting in March. We actually won't be through PowerPoint by the time this project starts, but that's okay because some of the first things you have to do for the group project are really simple things, like figuring out a topic. Then PowerPoint, you'll go through PowerPoint, there's an integrated project at the end of the class, and you'll have a final exam. So make yourself familiar. There's just some rules and regulations here that we have to put in for the campus. Alright, I'm going to close that, and then I'm going to walk you through this really quick. So I clicked back on the home page, which I didn't really have to do, but there's your syllabus, your weekly, and for almost all of the classes in here. I'm going to go through that right now. Alright, so just click on it, and here again is that read first, gives you some information about Blackboard, and then all of your assignments for the whole semester are in here. So this is where your homework is, and if you'll just click on week 1, we'll take a look at what that looks like. So every week you'll have instructions that tell you what you'll be doing for the week, when the assignments are due. There's videos that I post, YouTube videos. You can just click on that and it will open up, and you can just play the videos that are there. And what this is just it's information for us to foster conversation in our discussion board. Okay, so I'm going to click out of that. That's how you get to that. And then here's your assignments. So click on the assignment. Here it gives you some instructions for the assignment. You can read that. I go ahead and I give you a link to the Pearson website. If I click on that, it takes me straight to the Pearson website, and it didn't work. So let me see if I can click it again, and there it is. Alright, so a couple of clicks to get to the Pearson website, but there should be a link there for you. Let me click back here. It's acting a little funny. Alright, so if I click on this assignment, the way this works is it tells you when the assignment is due and how many points the assignment is worth. And you might think that 10 points isn't very much, but through the course of the whole semester, it's worth 10% of your grade, so don't blow them off. Plus, if you don't do these assignments, you'll have a really hard time doing that end of unit case project that's worth 100 points. So let's say that we go ahead and we do this assignment, And anything that is attached to the assignment, you'll see them there as attachment. I'm going to go back and I'm going to look at a different week. Let's look at week 3, for example. Here's week 3, so same thing, instructions, Pearson website link, YouTube videos that you can watch to foster discussions. Now in this assignment, Word Project 2A, there is an attachment. So right here I've gone ahead and attached that. Once again, you can get all of the attachments from the Pearson website if you want to do any of the other end of chapter lessons. So when I'm ready to do this, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to open up this attachment. I'm going to go to the pages in the textbook where this is and where this assignment is at, and I'm going to work through the lesson. So just click it, and you'll notice when I clicked on it on my computer, and all computers act a little bit differently, but it showed up down here, and I just have to click on it and it will open up. And here, and you'll get this message often. Once again, not all computers will act the same way, but I have to click on this Enable Editing. And it's going to give me just a blank file that I'm going to have to format in some manner with directions from the book. Alright, so that's how you do it. So let's pretend I went in and I did this whole assignment, and now I'm ready to save this and shoot it up to Blackboard. So go ahead and make sure you save it. So I go to File, Save As, and I have to save it somewhere on my computer. So I happen to save stuff on my computer on my documents, and then I have a file called Personal. And I have a folder called Spring 2014, and I'm just going to save it here. And I'm going to save this as my last name, first initial, and it's Word Assignment 2A. Okay, so that's how you save it. It's Word Assignment, or I think I call it actually Project 2A, Word Project 2A, and then I'm going to hit Save. So now that file is saved and I can submit it. I can close it or you can leave it open, it doesn't matter. It takes me back to the assignment, and I have to open up that assignment to submit it. So here it is, and I want to submit it. So you get a window. You'll notice here's the directions. You can download from here when you open this up if you want to, but you can notice that I could download it before as well. And I want to attach a file. So every assignment, with the exception of some of the assignments for the group project, you have to browse to your computer and attach the assignment. Sometimes on the group projects you can write a submission, but mostly you'll be attaching a file. You can add comments to me if you want. It's not necessary, but you can. Many students like to put a comment with the assignment when they attach it. That's entirely up to you. So I'm going to browse my computer, and so when you save your documents, when you save your assignments, you have to save them somewhere where you can find them again. So remember, I told you I was in My Documents, and then I went to Personal. And you'll notice up here when I have this open, I can click on Name and it will sort A to Z or Z to A. I can also click on Date Modified and it will sort by date. So different ways you can find things. But I saved it in a personal folder in Spring 2014. And here's this Pettis Y Word Project 2A assignment. That's the one I want. So I'm going to click on it. You can either click on it once and hit open, or you can simply double click on it and it attaches it here in the assignment. And if you attach the wrong assignment, you can just click Do Not Attach, but this is the one I want. And here the assignment came in. I can write a comment if I want to me. Okay, and then you have to scroll all the way to the bottom and click Submit. So once you click Submit, you'll get a review window. Okay, but it's at this point it has been submitted, and you can just click OK. Alright, so that's how you get to the assignments. Once again, you can click up, you can get back here and go to the next assignment. You can always click over here on the side menu. There's just different ways to get back to where you want to be. Okay, so every week you've got 2 assignments. You have a paper due on week 12, and you have another paper due somewhere right here on week 6. So it's out there in bold, you can see it, you kind of know when those things are due. I think it's pretty straightforward. All right, the discussions, from over here on the side menu, you can click on discussions. And I already have students that are entering information. The very first discussion is to introduce yourself to the class. There's also this open forum where you can ask the instructor questions, and you can also ask each other questions. Either way, it doesn't matter. Anybody that posts questions in there, myself or any student, are more than welcome to answer it. Often, students will post general questions in these two forums, and another student will see it before I do, and they'll respond to it, which is great. Often, other students will respond to their question, and it's a perfectly acceptable response telling them how to do something. So I'm going to start here, just post general questions, because here I give you the option to create your own forum, and you'll see what I mean, your own thread, and you'll see what I mean by that. So there's create thread here. So all you do is you hit create thread, and you can submit a question. So you just type in demonstration, and then you type a message. I'm just going to put something. All right, so whatever the question is, you can put it there. And then once again, you can also attach a file. So you have the option to browse to your computer and attach a file if you feel like you need to. Always scroll to the bottom. You always have to hit the submit button. If you don't hit that submit button, it is saved. Alright, so that's how you create a thread and answer a question. Now this is, I can click on somebody else's thread and I can hit reply, and it works kind of the same way. So if I open up somebody else's forum and I click reply, it works the same way. You just type out your message here, scroll down, and click submit. Alright, so that's how that works. I'm going to click on discussion board up here. I could have got to it over here as well. On most of the forums, most of the discussions are set up so that you cannot create your own thread. You have to respond to mine. You respond to mine, and you'll see that in here. You'll notice there isn't create a thread here. And so the way that you respond to my question is you click on introductions, and you click on introductions, and then you go in and you click reply. So this is information about myself that I put up, and so you're going to reply to that. And the first week you need to introduce yourself to the class and tell us a little bit about yourself. So you can see that somebody else has already been in here introducing themselves. You can also reply to them. So you can go in there and hit reply, and works the same way. Type here. But you'll notice it's not letting you create your own thread. So you're either replying to somebody else or you're replying directly to my question for the week. And then always, as I said, go down and make sure that you hit submit. I'm going to hit cancel because I don't really want to reply to her right there. So if you start typing something and you don't want it, you can click cancel. Once you click submit, you can't get it back. So make sure it's what you want to say. Alright, email. This is where you can email me. You can go ahead and do create message, and it will send an email to you. I encourage you to do all of your email to me through this form. I do not check my ENMU email very often. I might check it once a month. So the quickest way to get a response from me is to create a message here, and I usually check email every day. Now, once in a great while, I'm super busy, and I might take 2 days to respond to an email, but it's pretty rare. You should, if you send me an email, you should get a response within 24 hours. If you don't, never hesitate to give me a phone call. I am very willing to help students over the phone. So I give you my phone number. It's on the syllabus, and you can call me anytime that you want. Right? You have your grades are tracked in here, so you can click on my grades. It shows you everything that is due, and it shows you the due dates. So that's just where you can see your grades. And then there's a Blackboard help. One last thing is that I do send announcements. If you click on more announcements, you'll see I need to go in and delete these from last semester. It's still retaining them, but I will do that. And so you can, every week I try to update what's happening in the class, although it's just usually a recap of what's in here in the weekly information. But you'll see those announcements there. Alright, that's all I have. If you have any questions, like I said, send me an email or call me on the phone, and I think we're going to have a really good semester. Thank you.